service announcement. These videos have the full intentions to be used as conversational tools and purposes only. Anything that is expressed in these videos and videos before and after has the sole purpose of that reason. I know a lot of this stuff is repetitive. I hope that you can understand that. Again, these are for conversational purposes only. The comment box on these videos is for that purpose. Thanks for watching. What's up, my YouTube family? As you know, Street Outlaws is not coming on this week and No Prep Kings has started. So I want to make a video talking about the new cars that are being seen on No Prep Kings, and with that being the closest thing to street racing that we can watch on TV and get, a weekly update on, I want to talk about it. Diesel Brothers is doing their 2-hour live event where he's jumping over a flying airplane in the Brodozer, so Street Outlaws isn't coming on at all. But before I get into that, I have a question, and I'm going to put this at the beginning of my video to where anybody who clicks on it basically will see this. If you have followed my channel very long or know me, you know that I just had a baby. She is about to be 5 weeks old and is amazing, is awesome. And I have considered, or me and my wife has considered, starting to do more family type stuff on the channel. Would the people who are subscribed to this channel for Street Outlaws care to see more of a family type thing, even if it didn't involve cars or Street Outlaws or anything like that on this channel? I had thought about uploading a video and just kind of seeing how it went, but I feel like everyone would be open to 1 or 2 videos, but I'm talking about almost a daily type upload, just the new parenthood, ups and downs and that sort of thing. But I don't know how it meshed well with my channel and my content that I put up now. I know I will attract a new audience, but I just don't know how it will play out and mesh with what I do now. I really don't want to go through starting another channel, and I want to know what you as my subscribers who watch these videos for Street Outlaws would think. But, JEASTRACING@gmail.com, send me an email, comments, whatever, let me know. And I just had to ask at the beginning where everybody would be sure to see it. But with that being said, let's talk about the new cars. And the first one I want to mention, obviously it was in the title of this video and it was the thumbnail, and that is Larry Larson's new CTS-V. Running basically the same power plant as the S10 was, a 481X with a huge single turbo. He unveiled it this past weekend at the No Prep Kings race in New Hampshire, and he made a couple of passes on it and he had to get out of it because it was headed toward the wall. The car is going to be a top contender, no doubt. Larry Larson is not one to lay down. Larry Larson is a front runner, obviously, anyway, and he's not going to build something that's slower. If it is slower, he will evolve it very quickly, without a doubt. But he seems to be one of the only ones that has this single turbo setup working and working efficiently enough to make passes that are fast. He's spooling quick enough to get in, and he is leaving on enough boost to carry the car or the truck down the track. The car is absolutely beautiful. It is gorgeous. There's going to be pictures on the screen right now of it when it rolled into his shop as a wrecked car, him taking the body off, him, with a chassis, him making them together, and then a finished product. And while I don't have any videos that are going to be videos of the car, Tom 80 is going to put one out at the end of this week about the car, an in-depth video on the car, and if it's anything like Tom 80's work, his quality that has been up to now, it will be a great video, and I highly suggest that you look forward to that video and watch it. The S10 is still there. It hasn't left. I'm pretty sure it will not go anywhere. I don't think that this is going to be a drag week type car. I feel like that's where the S10 is going to stay, and this is going to be his No Prep Kings race. All these guys that are big in something else are coming to No Prep Kings because of the money. $40,000 every weekend is something that, if you have a car that is fast enough to be in there, then why not? Why would you not? Duane Mills brought up the Golden Kong, and he is a radial king. He is, a radial god when it comes to this sort of thing, and he's throwing big tires on his car and coming to No Prep Kings at a chance at $40,000. And it is going to get bigger, and from a driver perspective, why not? When you put a set of big tires, you know, change some stuff up, put a different tune in it, and go at a chance at $40,000, you're, you know, dumb not to. But there's another one who is making his way into the No Prep King circuit and the No Prep circuit, and that is Duane Mills with the Golden Cone. You know Duane Mills, a legend in radio racing. If you don't know who Duane Mills is, then you probably don't know why you have found your way onto this video. Another new car that is making its way onto the scene at No Prep Kings is a old familiar driver with a new car. Reaper has brought out a new car, and I'm not sure the name of the car. You can put it in the comments below, but Reaper has brought out a bright orange 68, 69 Camaro that, from my understanding, he put a real body onto the D's Nuts car, and that's what you have there. I don't know if he's doing this to come back to the original Street Outlaw show. It was within the rules of No Prep King, so I don't feel like he would have changed it up just for No Prep Kings. I do feel like we will see him come back onto Street Outlaws with that car. It just didn't make any sense for him to change up the car that was within the rules of No Prep Kings and was fast and make it actually, you know, heavier with a steel body. And if you remember last year, he actually done pretty good on a lot of the No Prep races. He made it well within several rounds and almost won a couple. So I am anxious to see how he does on No Prep Kings this year. The next one I'm talking about is Eric Bain, the driver of Boosted Ego Mustang. And you know that with the small tires, that car was absolutely insane. It was unstoppable, and Eric Bain, a member of HPP, is a hell of a driver. The car was insane on small tires, but you cannot run a small tire car and go rounds consistently unless somebody else makes a mistake, red lights, bobbles, whatever, and keep going rounds. Well, he has a 70-ish split bumper Camaro, and it is the Blue Dragon that Tony Folks drove for a long time. Now it has a Proline 481X, or at least a Proline engine with a giant single turbo, and he is learning. There's a learning curve, but it will not take a driver like that very long to learn the big tire, the single turbo. It will not take him long to, you know, evolve into that car. If you remember, the Blue Dragon was the car that on the original Cash days, Sean outrun in the finals, or actually the car broke in the finals and Sean didn't get the race, but the 2 hour, I want to say it was, Cash days, it was on last season of Street Outlaws. He's the one who made it to the finals against Sean. Sean made a solo pass and won. That is the car that Eric Bain now owns, operates, and drives. So look for that car to make big moves. Look for that car to do big things. I see that driver in that car going a long way. I know there was a lot of people asked him why he just didn't put big tires on Boosted Ego, and he said that the car was too nice and it was too good of a setup for what it was to cut up and make a big tire car out of it. I don't think he's hurting for money. I'm not sure what the man does, but I feel like he made the right choice. He is selling someone a race-ready, small tire, radial car, whatever, and now he has a complete tube chassis, big tire car to make rounds on No Prep Kings. Another one is the orange 4th Gen Camaro of Petey Small Block, and you can remember Petey Small Block from the original Street Outlaw show. He come from up north, I want to say New York, with the .NET boys, and he was driving a white 4th Gen Camaro on the show. Supposed to be a small block with a lot of nitrous. As we know, small blocks work with different type power adders, but he made it work on the streets, which a street is an equalizer, but he made it work on the streets with a small block on Street Outlaws. I'm not sure what this new car is running. Also, Petey Small Block, and actually a lot of these guys that I have been talking about, aren't afraid to put it on the street. They are not afraid to put these cars down a sketchy street. Street Outlaws, the original show. I'm going to have a video more in depth on this coming out. I was going to do it today, but I decided to do this instead. But Street Outlaws has about turned into No Prep Kings. When the show come on, you could see them looking for new spots and racing Virgin Road and putting rubber down to be able to make passes and such. Well, now they race the same exact street every single race night. And the road looks like they turned over a drum of black paint on the starting line. I mean, there's no reason for a car to blow the tires off, especially on the starting line on the original Street Outlaws anymore, because of the amount of rubber that's down. There's more rubber there than there is on no prep. That's the type of street racing that these guys has been on before, so I feel like that there would not be any problem with them coming back to a road like that now, but who knows. That's pretty much all that I want to talk about in this video, and the main thing that I want to talk about is Larry Larson's new CTS-V. I think the car is insane wicked, and we know Larry Larson is not afraid to wheel it as hard as it can be wheeled. We know that that is the best driver for that car, and I can't wait to see it progress along with him. But I'm going to end this one right here. The thing I talked about the family type videos, don't forget to put in the comments what you think about that, or send it to the email address that is on the screen. As well, my giveaway is still going. The P.O. box is also on the screen. If you do want to be entered to win $50, send something to the P.O. box and that will automatically get you an entry. My merch is still available, and I'm going to pull from that as well for another giveaway. So if you haven't ordered a shirt, consider it. Check the link below, see if there's something you like, and order it, and it will automatically get you entered for $50 more. Thank you for watching. Godspeed, and I will see you in the next video.